you out here moving like a Disney prince, thinking the world gonna love you for your kindness, you in for a rude awakening. You giving yourself away for free, they gonna treat you like you got no value. The real ones, they stuck around. The fakes, they exposed themselves. Don't let every sob story move you. Don't let every pretty face distract you. This book right here, change your whole life around, man. Say no more often. No is a full sentence. Oh, what's the worst that can happen? You're cooked. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Tay Millie back again with another video. I want to thank you guys for over 330 subscribers. That's fantastic. I ain't shit without you guys, so I appreciate all the support. Before we get into the video, please be sure to follow me on all platforms at Tay Millie, all right? Today, we got a good one. Today, we're going to be talking about the nice guy versus the good man. Let me put y'all onto some game real quick, right? Being nice, that's a death sentence out here. Now, I'm not saying be a villain, but if you out here moving like a Disney prince, thinking the world gonna love you for your kindness, you in for a rude awakening. Because the hard truth is, having a good heart will get you whacked. And I ain't talking about in a cute romantic way. I mean set up, used, and left for dead. Emotionally, financially, and sometimes even physically. We live in a world that preys on the weak. So if you're walking around thinking that kindness alone will get you ahead, you're setting yourself up for failure. But today, I'm showing you how to guard your heart without losing your soul. Now, before some of y'all get it twisted, I'm not saying to be a bad person. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good man. You see, the nice guy, he overextends. He gives with no boundaries and expects people to reciprocate just because he's nice. And when they don't, he crumbles. The good man, he moves with wisdom. He helps, but he ain't no fool. He got heart, but he applies it where it actually matters. His purpose, his body, his relationship with God. And the rest, that's just noise. So let's break this down and get to the root of the problem. Section 1, we're talking about the fall of the nice guy. So let's talk about what happens when you lead with too much heart in the wrong places. You ever had that friend that always pulled up with people, always gave, always showed love, and got nothing in return? And when he finally needed something, it's like everyone caught amnesia? Yeah, that's the nice guy trap. He overcommits, he ignores red flags. He thinks, if I do good, good will come back. Wrong. The world don't work like that. People respect what they have to earn. You giving yourself away for free, they gonna treat you like you got no value. Let's get into some facts, right? Real talk, over 60% of men report feeling emotionally unsupported in their relationships. This is according to Movember Foundation in 2021. So if you're out here giving your all, hoping it'll come back, chances are it won't. Most men never get it back. Look, I was once that guy. I put people before myself. I gave it my all and ended up at rock bottom. I've shown up so heavy for women. I've drove the distance, made accommodations, and been a damn therapist. Same with friends. I'd get the desperate call asking for help, and like a good friend, I'd show up. But when I came around asking for the same energy back, crickets, ghosted. That's when I realized being a nice guy wasn't noble, it was self-betrayal. Section 2, validation addiction. Let's keep it a buck. Most dudes walking around are fiending for one thing worse than money and worse than sex, and that's validation. Validation addiction is when your self-worth is tied to someone else's approval. You do things just to be noticed, just to feel like you matter. And this is where a lot of nice guys destroy themselves. You ever sent a girl money just so she could reply faster? Crazy. You ever overextended in a friendship, hoping you'd look like the good one? You ever posted something and kept checking if she saw it? Well, according to the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology in 2018, men who seek validation through social media report higher rates of depression and lower self-esteem. That's not love. It's a dopamine crash waiting to happen. It's a spiritual payday loan. You gotta build that self-worth in private because that confidence gotta come from you hitting the gym, stacking your wins, talking to God, and locking in on your passions. Because when your value depends on claps, you'll start dancing for an audience that doesn't even care. Now let's move on to section 3, the rise of the good man. So here's the turning point. Rock bottom comes with clarity. I realized that having heart isn't the problem. The problem is where you put it at. A good man moves different. He invests in himself first. Fitness, finances, faith. He gives with discernment and not desperation. And he has boundaries. You match his energy or you don't get access. Am I about to sneeze? Wow. Fuck. And he leads with strength, not fear of being alone. According to the Journal of Counseling Psychology in 2019, men with strong personal boundaries report higher levels of life satisfaction and lower stress. This reminds me of the moment I started being more guarded, right? Something amazing happened. The real ones, they stuck around. The fakes, they exposed themselves. I found myself with more time, more money, more peace. I was finally putting Tay first. I wasn't just surviving anymore, I was growing. Next, we're gonna get into section 4. Fortify your mind and heart. That was clever. So let me tell you something. Just because you switch from nice guy to good man, don't mean your battles end. They just get more strategic. You gotta fortify your mind and heart, because that softness inside you, that kindness, it's still there. But now it needs a gate, a firewall, a filter. Don't let every sob story move you. Don't let every pretty face distract you. And don't let every compliment pull you from your mission. Stay prayed up, stay read up, and stay sharpened. This is The Way of the Superior Man, by the way, by David Data. This motherfucker will get you out of that nice guy phase for sure. If any of y'all struggling, this is a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women, work, and sexual desire. This book right here, change your whole life around, man. Now, section 5, we're gonna speak on men's mental health, right? Since it's June, we gotta speak on this. Now, here's the sad reality, is that a lot of nice guys don't just get their hearts broken, they lose their will to live. According to the CDC, in 2022, men die by suicide nearly 4 times the rate of women. According to the AFSP in 2023, middle-aged men between the ages of 35 and 64 account for almost half of all male suicides. And lastly, according to Mental Health America in 2021, only 1 in 3 men with mental health struggles ever seek help. You know who's at the highest risk? Men who feel unseen, men who feel unappreciated, men who gave their all and got nothing in return. That's the dark side of the nice guy archetype. They love with everything they've got, and they give until it hurts. But when it doesn't pay off, that pain becomes too much to bear. We don't talk about this enough. We just tell men to man up and try again. But I'm telling you now, your pain is real, and there's strength in addressing it. Not because you're weak, but because you're too strong to let yourself rot in silence. Now for section 6, the shift. So how do you break free from being a nice guy and step into your good man era? Say no more often. No is a full sentence. I remember being so hesitant to deny someone a favor, and looking back on it now, I couldn't even tell you why. Maybe I didn't want to disappoint nobody, or maybe deep down I wanted to be seen as solid, as a good friend, as the loving partner, or the dependable son. But let me tell you something, as someone who's been there, don't feel bad about choosing yourself. Most people are looking out for themselves anyway. They're not losing sleep over whether you're drained, overwhelmed, or breaking your back just to prove your loyalty. And if everyone else is looking out for themselves, then why not you? Expect less from others and more from yourself. If you're anything like I was, you probably led with honor. You think doing right by others means they'll do right by you. But that's a dangerous bet, because most people ain't built like you. So protect your peace, fortify your heart, and stop expecting loyalty from people who can't even give you basic decency. Put your heart where it belongs. Your mission, your discipline, your creator. Because not everyone deserves access to your energy. Stop trying to be liked, be respected. Nobody respects a doormat. And once people see they can walk all over you, they will. And they'll wipe their feet on your kindness like you're some emotional welcome mat. Drop the approval chase, pick up your cross, and carry it like a man. Because real fulfillment don't come from claps and compliments. It comes from being the man God called you to be, in silence, in struggle, and in discipline. According to psychological science in 2014, men with strong life purpose show higher resilience, better decision making, and longer lifespans. Now here's where I want to get into some real life examples, right? The men you respect most, they didn't get there by being agreeable. They stood for something. They had enemies. They got misunderstood. Muhammad Ali, Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, Marcus Aurelius, even Jesus, right? They were good men who were built on purpose and guided by faith. And they were willing to be disliked if it meant standing on truth. Now, section 7, what happens if you want to keep being the nice guy? Oh, what's the worst that can happen? You're cooked. If you don't make this shift, you'll keep getting walked on. You'll keep living in resentment. You'll keep bleeding in silence. And one day, you'll end up bitter, broke, and wondering why no one ever loved you the way you loved them. And it's not because you're not worthy. It's because you never protected your worth. Look, life will teach you in one of 2 ways. You either learn through wisdom or you learn through pain. I learned through pain. I hit the bottom and had to claw my way up. But if this video can keep one of y'all from taking that same fall, then it was worth it. So don't be a nice guy, be a good man. Be someone who leads, protects, and moves with strength. Because out here, heart without wisdom is a liability. Now do me a favor, like the video, drop a comment down below with your thoughts, and if you rock with me, hit the subscribe button. Let's level up together, all right? Later.